falling in love with who I am. I don't have time for anything that's gonna harm me. It may be hard to understand. Words have the power to empower or destroy me now. I'm looking in the inside now, claiming what I lost and found. I'm on this journey, returning to the old me, so I can fix your lonely. Gotta fix the whole me now. Don't need no one to hold me, but only if you can hold me down. Some things really happen for the better. I had to take a fall so I could settle. Found my peace and grounding, now I'm leveled. New beginning.
Hello, hello.
Yes, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
How you doing today, the Fashion Hunter?
It's just Fashion Hunter. You don't have to put the in front of it.
Okay, my
But I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing wonderful. How you doing today?
good.
Mm-hmm.
So today I want to get to know about your team and your family that you have here. Quick question: how did the team come together? How did that get started?
The team evolved. So it started off with me and my granddaughter Noelle at the dining room table selling jewelry. And then as that grew, Paula, who was a customer, who was a friend, I met Paula. Our sons played basketball together. So we didn't really like each other. But it's okay because she was kind of bossy and I was kind of bossy too. But I was like a bigger boss. But anyway, we didn't like each other. Let's just say that, okay? But she was a customer, and so she became a customer during the pandemic, and so then she was cheap too. She didn't want to pay shipping, so she was like, can you drop my stuff off? So I was new and I didn't know to work your business, not let your business work you. So I was like, okay, sure, I'll drop it off. But then one day I was like, look, I can't keep on dropping this stuff off. I don't got time to be doing all these drop offs, right? So she was like, well, I can come get my stuff. And I was like, okay, well, come get it. So she came and got her stuff. And then she just happened to come this day when I was moving from my dining room table into my guest bedroom. And it was just, can I cuss? It was shit everywhere. It was just, and she was like, do you want some help? And I was like, please. And then, and she helped me for a couple hours. And then I think I gave her some free jewelry or something. And she was like, I'm gonna come back over here tomorrow and help you again. Cause I think she liked it, right? She liked playing with the jewelry and accessories and stuff. So I was like, okay. So she kept coming over helping, and I kept paying her with jewelry. And then I was like, hey, look, I need this to be permanent. I need this to be like a permanent thing where you come help me on a regular, and I ain't gonna be able to pay you in jewelry. So, why don't you and your husband just talk about it and see, like what was a good number, and I can't pay you much because I don't have much. So we came up with this number and it was little. But it made me feel like I wasn't using her and it made her feel like she wasn't being used. And so we just started working together. And then we did that for almost 2 years. We moved from the guest bedroom to I had another bedroom in my basement that we didn't use. And so we moved down into the basement. And once we got into the basement, the business started getting to be like a little more than we could handle by ourselves. Like we could do it, but it was like we were working like a minimum 12 hours a day, like 7 days a week. And so it was like, yeah, this is just too much. Like we were just eat, sleep, breathing this jewelry business. And so it's like, okay, we're gonna have to hire somebody else. So one of the local vendors that I was shopping with, they had a staff. And and every time I would go in there, Clara, she was the third member of the team. She was just so helpful. Like she was always pleasant. She was always working. She was, like I never walked in that store and saw Clara just sitting around. I never walked in there and wasn't greeted by Clara. So I always liked her personality. And so that particular store asked me to start coming in there and doing like live videos from their location. And so we used to do those like on Saturday, and we would call them like vendor lives or whatever, and we would go to the different vendors and go live from their stores. So even though Clara was an employee there, I would pay her like, excuse me, I hate eye crust. No. So even though Clara worked for that company, it was like a little side hustle for her, and you pay her a few $100s, and she would assist you as you do your live through the store. So we secured Clara for that, and we just really liked the way she worked. I liked the way she worked. So I said, I want to hire you one day. And she was like, well, come on, Miss Green, let me know. And I was like, well, what I'm going to guarantee you is I'm not going to hire you unless I know I won't have to fire you. I was like, so I want to make sure when I offer you a job, I want you to know that it's secure. Like, I ain't going to be no missing checks and I'm going to pay you next week and I got you. None of that. When I hire you for real, I'm going to make sure that I'm in a position to pay you and keep you. So she was like, okay, bet. I respect that. So she started off part-time, but she needed full-time hours. So Clara was trying to work both jobs and it wasn't working out. And I knew I couldn't pay her full time. So I was like, well, we just gonna have to, part ways for now. I was like, but I still want you. So when I'm in a position to be able to pay you full time hours, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna try to get you back. So she was like, okay, bet. Yes, your legs are working. Your eyes are working. Yes, your laps are working. Yes, girl. Your outfit is matching your. Yes. I know we match. That's why I told your mom we match today. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, your burper's working. Yeah, look at that foot working. Yes, girl. Yes, girl. Yeah, I love you too. To try to manipulate this right now, it's too wet and I'm gonna have stuff all over my face. So I always put my liquid blush on and then I let it sit. While that's sitting, I'm gonna line my lip. Now you see this white part of my lip, this like light white line. If you fill that in, if you line that line, it's gonna make your lip look bigger. Watch. See how this side of my lip looks bigger? I left my Vans that are this color at home. This is a lot. I have an order. So so we built that. We had Clara, and so me, Paula, and Clara, all the three of us were working in my basement, and Clara was working in there doing all the shipping and stuff, and it worked. But then it got to the point where it was like we're gonna need some more space. So then I found this warehouse, right, and that's where we are now. And so the three of us moved into the warehouse together. And we have Mr. Elvis, who's an unofficial part of the team, but he's our handyman. And so the four of us came over here and built out the warehouse. And Paula's mom came, Miss Sherilyn, Clara, and then like I made my kids come and like chip in. So we started working the warehouse, but then we realized like there's a piece missing. Like we could only do so much, but we still needed a website and we still needed like inventory management. So that's when I reached out to Cameron and I was like, why don't you come and work with us? Like, come over here and help us get the website together. And Cameron, she likes creative stuff. She likes artistic things. So she was like, let me see. But I got to bring my baby with me. And I was like, oh, damn. This ain't no daycare. You can't bring the baby. She was like, Mom, it'll be fine, which it is fine now because we're just used to it. But we do have a 2-year-old that runs around here, terrorizes stuff, makes messes, knocks shit over, just does whatever. But there's toys everywhere. I mean, but I guess we're used to it. And then Cameron keeps multiplying. So now she got 2 babies here. But anyway, so she came to work with her babies. And we just made it work. We just passed the baby around, or Cameron take boob breaks, or whatever we had to do. And we just made it work. And then the shipping would start getting overwhelming. And my son, he wasn't doing nothing. I'm like, son, you know, come on, come help your mama. And so he, you know, first he would just, oh man, Chris was a nightmare. He would come make boxes. The boxes would be crooked. The tape would be falling off. And we'd be like, Chris, you have to make the box. He's like, well, I made the box. And we're like, no, you have to make the box right. What's wrong with the box, Mom? Like it was a nightmare. So, but now he's so funny about these boxes, he won't let nobody else make a box because his boxes are pristine and everything is lined up and squared off or whatever. So anyway, so we're like, Chris, we need help in the shipping department because Clara couldn't handle it by herself because the business just kept growing. So she couldn't possibly print all those labels and pack all those shipments. And then we're dead serious about getting our shipments out like really fast. So we're kind of like Jimmy John's. Like when it comes to how quick they make a sub, that's how quick we make a shipment. So that package is coming. Somebody told me one time they got their package the same day. She's like, I just paid the invoice 12 hours ago and I got the package. Now she might have been lying, but I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say I don't know how the hell she got it. She said, I don't know what kind of voodoo magic y'all got going over there in that shipping department, but I swear I just paid this invoice this morning and I got the package tonight. Anyway, so Christopher, my son, he came in and now him and Clara run the shipping department. So and they work beautifully together, right? And so then we just keep adding pieces, right? So then Cameron got her friend Juliana, who we all love to love. Okay, but are they gonna interview Juliana? Because Juliana she is a sweet person. I'm gonna say that. She is a sweet, but that girl is she's what I want to say, her good outweighs her bad for sure. But she is like, you ever met a person too damn thorough? She's too thorough, but she really is like the unofficial office manager. Like I feel like she's my manager sometimes. She just, you know, she's great. We nicknamed her Stickers. So what happened was Juliana was coming up here to visit Cameron, her friend. And then when she would be here, she'd organize something. And I'll be like, okay. And so then they was like, well, can she have a job? And I'm like, hell no, she can't have no job. No, she cannot. Because it was just, I feel like it was going to be a distraction. You know what I'm saying? Her and Cameron was just buddies. So, but then she started organizing. Like Juliana gave herself a job. I really think she hired herself because I don't remember ever hiring Juliana. I don't remember hiring Juliana, but she got hired. Okay. So she really, really, now I'm gonna tell y'all some funny stuff. I'm gonna backtrack. She really got this place organized, right? But while I'm on that, I just want to say something about my dear friend Paula. So when I hired Clara, right, Paula's like, well, what am I gonna do? And I was like, Paula, we got plenty of stuff to do. Clara can do the labels. And then when we hired Chris, she said, well, what am I gonna do? I'm like, Paula, it's plenty of stuff to do. They can do that and we can do this. And then when I hired Juliana and Juliana started organizing the inventory, Paula said, well, what am I gonna do? And I was like, Paula, it's plenty of stuff to do, even if you don't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't do nothing, Paula. Just we're gonna have to have some employees because we're growing. We have to delegate these responsibilities.
And then all the candy that Juliana gave me, he's like, I'm gonna throw them away. I'm like, why? They're fucking mine. And they're still on the counter. Which I don't know what to do with it.
I don't know what to do with it. Snatch.
Let me show you what I was
So,
doing.
you should
Con permiso, por favor. Huh?
The camera will look good. Snatch.
He wanna dive in it.
You wanna die in
He's
it?
so.
In the orange one? It's hot as a Dickens.
Girl, I told you she says Dickens, Candy.
Come on, ready?
Oh, there you go. That's it. Right.
I know it. Now.
It's hot as the Dickens.
It's hot as the Dickens. Okay, let's go.
You wanna die in it?
Take the
We
tag.
wanna dive in it.
Take the tag off.
Take the tag off for what?
The hat.
Pull.
That was so sexy, like.
But I would throw my green laces on. But you can also casual this thing up. Rip me out the plastic. I've been acting brand new. You can do this sweater with jeans. I'm gonna show it to y'all in a minute. Okay, you don't have to do the tulle skirt. Damn, y'all, where can I go? This makes me want to go somewhere. Please don't take him even though you can.
Here, put the knife up so Sue don't get it.
All right, me and Dante are going.
Nancy.
You can't buy this type of loyalty or desire, right? Like what I feel grateful for is that everybody that's here wants to see me succeed, and I know this. We have brought in a couple people that didn't care if I succeeded or not, or might even didn't want me to succeed. I don't know, but we got rid of them. Okay, but you can tell when somebody wants to see you win and they don't mind being a part of a team, and that's what I have. So Cameron was like, "Mom, these photos are trash. You keep talking all this trash about how the website looks, but the only way it's gonna look good is if we hire a photographer." So we hired Josh, right? And Josh has been a tremendous blessing. He's like quiet, but his presence is felt. He don't say a whole lot, but when he does say something, it's impactful. And so Josh came in and started getting us together and getting us higher quality photos and working with the models. But then we realized one photographer is not enough because we need videography. We need somebody shooting footage. We need somebody taping these interviews. And like while we're taping this interview, Josh is over there shooting product photos. So then we brought in Dante. That's Cameron's man. Baby True and Nori's daddy. So Dante came in just to like help us out because he was like off work or something for a week. And he was like, well, I'm off this week, so I can come in and help you guys and film. And then we just kind of kidnapped him, right? So now it's like, okay, now we just brought Dante in, and I think he likes working with us too. So it's another person that wants to see us win. If we win, he wins. If he wins, his girl wins, his wife wins, his kids win. Like, so it's like we have this whole group of people that understand that this is a legacy that we're building. This is a family business that we're building. And it can bless our family for generations to come if we do this the right way. Oh, and then Lex, my oldest daughter. So, and her and my granddaughter moved back to Georgia. And I was like, well, why don't you come work with us? And she was like, Mom, you can't pay me what I need to make. And I was like, how do you know what I can pay? And so she was like, I'll help a little bit, but I don't think so. Guess what, y'all? She work here full time every day, work just as long as I do. She be here 8 hours a day, be working overtime, going live. We done pulled her into the fold. But she has been a great asset because Lex is a millennial. And millennials are smart. Like that might be the smartest little group. I think that us, like I'm Gen X, and we're the toughest. But then millennials might be the smartest. And Lex, she came in here and she has had she's taken our technology. Here come the manager. Hey, manager. That's baby True. But she came here and she technologically took us to a whole nother level. She's like, Mom, we have to get the RFID system. So now we have electronic barcodes. Now we got sonar technology running through the warehouse. All thanks to Lex. And I just appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I love that I can work with my children and my grandchildren. When Cameron had this second baby, I was like, you can't have two babies at work. She's like, Mom, yes, I can. I got it. So, everybody kind of runs me a little bit. Like they tell me what they're going to do and what they're not going to do. And it gets to the point where I don't really give a damn. As long as it gets done, I'm pretty much okay with it. And if they clean up after themselves, I'm pretty much okay with it. But it is a blessing, to be able.
This is
Go keep straight. Keep straight.
Well, it's a video shoot. Photos, videos. I did 16 outfit changes. I got a whole nother outfit on up under here. This is the stuff they don't tell you that you got to do over where we going on location. They got me walking through the woods, through the trees. But guess what?
Whoops.
Will we be doing? Where's my purse? Go ahead.
Where's her purse?
I'm off. Yeah. I'm trying to squeeze this in real quick. Squeeze this photo shoot in between going shopping. Please. It's a vibe, ain't it? Okay, where are we going? So I'm not gonna be sitting down.
No. I got one more shot that I want to
Cameron, you wanna do my live?
Yeah.
It's gonna be amazing.
Okay.
We'll take it to
Then we gotta clean everything out, make room for her.
Yeah.
So we don't have to-
And everybody's always late. I do want to say that. They get on my damn nerves. This is the end of the interview, right? They get on my nerves, y'all. They're always late. Nobody says when they're not coming to work, Josh. Like, they just don't come to work sometime and be like, oh, that's Josh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot. Or Clara will come in. She lived like 10 minutes away. She'll be an hour and a half late. And she'll be like, oh, traffic was a bitch this morning. There's no traffic. And she'll have Krispy Kreme donuts in her hand. Like, was the traffic in the Krispy Kreme donut line? Like, she's like, yeah, it was. You know, Chris pulls up. Oh, my bad. I was up till 4 a.m. Paula, you know, she's like, I'll always be on time. But it's on time is whenever hell she feel like getting here. Today, this interview was supposed to be at like 11 o'clock this morning, but Cameron and Dante got here at 12:30 because they had to go to Costco first. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, Lex had a headache this morning. Juliana be an accident or a tree like a tree this big fall over the street. She's like, there's a tree blocking my street. That's why I'm late. Nobody comes to work on time. But the jobs always get done. And I think allowing people to just come to work whenever the hell they feel like it makes them work better, right? Because they were able to go to Costco and do everything they needed to do before they came to work. So by the time they get there, they're ready to work and they're not thinking about Costco and stuff. So that's the team. Am I done?
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Oh.